If there's one Primarch that I thought I would never see again, I would have said Ferrus Manus. During the Horus Heresy, he got quite ahead of himself, and that's the last we saw of him. But according to this new book, there has been another sighting of Ferrus Manus. I'm not joking. This is brand new, Warhammer 40,000 lore. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. So I'm just going to put the text in the background in a second that I'm going to read from, and then we're going to discuss it, the ramifications of potential Ferrus returning, and maybe other dead Primarchs who we thought we were dead. Like, could they come back now? Is everyone going to come back? We'll get to that in a second. Firstly, point your eyes to the background because we're about to read the extract. There are those who insist the Primarch feigned his demise in order to test his son's inner strength, and found them wanting. Deep in the binaric coding of their augmetic hearts, however, all but the coldest of Iron Warriors yearn for the day when their father will return. Was it not recorded in the Iron Council's own logs how a psychic apparition of Ferrus Manus, generated by the mortal wounding of the Emperor of Terror, appeared before his legion on Medusa to warn them of the calamity that would befall all mankind, and to promise that he would return to lead his sons against it? With the advent of Abaddon's 13th Black Crusade and the breaking of the Imperium across the Cicatrix Maledictum, many in the chapter believe the promised time to be now, and the Wardens of the Gorgon's Forge work harder than ever to unravel its secrets in preparation of that day. Now, that passage of text gives us more questions than answers. I am absolutely losing myself here, because if some of the stuff in there is actually true, then this leaves the door open for some huge things. Let's firstly start with the Iron Hands, or should I say some of the Iron Hands, thinking that their father basically pretended to die on Isfahan because he wanted to test his sons. We all know that's not the case. Ferrus literally was beheaded by Fulgrim. It was like one of the things that Fulgrim gave his body over to a demon. We all know that kind of got retconned, and Fulgrim took back over the demon because apparently he likes nipple tassels now and stuff, but that's probably a whole other subject for another video. So yeah, that is definitely not the case. The main thing I want to discuss here, or the two main things, well, the first main thing is the apparition of Ferrus Manus on Medusa warning his sons. Now, the main bit of the text states there is when the Emperor is mortally wounded and put on the Golden Throne. We haven't reached that yet during the Siege of Terror. So that actually could happen. Like, at the moment, everything's like all whispers and, you know, rumors, let's say, in this book. Nothing's really confirmed, nothing's really official until we get to that part of the story. What if, when the Emperor is mortally wounded, like, there's a psychic backlash? Like Sanguinius. When Sanguinius died, there was a psychic backlash, right? That affected his sons, and they all fought, like, the Sanguinius and everyone's Horus and stuff like that, right? What if the Emperor has something like that, and it affects his sons? His sons being the Primarch, so if a Primarch is dead, maybe they go somewhere. Maybe they become like ghosts or entombed in a psychic essence and stored somewhere. And this is the reason why Ferrus Manus himself could return to Medusa and warn his sons of the coming doom to mankind. Now, I would say there's even more evidence to this, because in the Master of Mankind book by Aram Dembski-Bowden, again, fantastic book, and then the sun rose. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. If you know, you know. There is like a line that mentions like the 10th son rose in his dying father's empire or something like that, and a lot of people were thinking, oh, that's Ferrus leading like this ghost army, helping the Emperor in the Webway fight the demons and stuff who were trying to breach the Imperial Palace. It was never confirmed that it was Ferrus, but like the 10th son, you know, the Iron Hands being the 10th and stuff like that, it kind of connects to it. So let's just say maybe the Emperor does have the power to really bring his sons back. You know, the Emperor is this being of unimaginable power. We don't even know what the Emperor is capable of. We've seen some of what he's capable of, right? I'm sure that when the Primarchs die, because don't forget, they were made with the essence of chaos as well, so you can say they're part demon, like their souls go to a different place. All they need is a body to possess, and you can literally bring them back to the setting. And that leads me into the second point of what I make, is that what the text is stating here, well, it is a question mark at the end of it, is that Ferrus would return to lead his sons when the darkness has truly hit. It's kind of like the wolf time, but the iron time. That sounds like two Iron Warrior. I don't know. What do we want to call it? The hand time, the headless time, the headless horseman. I'm back, baby. Coming back to lead his sons one more time before the eventual, darkness consumes everyone, or to stop the eventual darkness consuming everyone. Because right at the end of it, it did mention the Cicatrix Maledictum, the Great Rift, splitting the galaxy in half, and the Iron Hands now are convinced this is the time that Ferrus is probably going to return to them, which again is absolutely huge, because for me, Ferrus is dead. Like, there's a couple of Primarchs for me who are dead. Ferrus, dead, right? Horus, dead. Conrad Kurz, dead, you would say. Sanguinius, maybe dead. Not dead, because he has appeared to Dante in some psychic vision, so I think his essence is still out there. Again, if I'm not mistaken, there's like a crystal shard of him on the Vengeful Spirit as well, and just like Magnus, who got split into shards, I think Sanguinius got split into shards as well. His physical body died, but his psychic presence is still out there in the galaxy, ready to be collected, and again, put into a new body. And this leads us into the next big subject as well, that does a Primarch die? I know we just briefly touched on it, but now, can we have something where canonically GW could bring back every single Primarch and just say, hey, brand new body, same soul, infuse it in there? Because like I said, there technically are demons, and demons just need a body to possess, right? That's all you need. All you need is the flesh to wear, and you can walk around again and be who you want to be. Maybe that's why, like, the Emperor himself, like when he was fighting Horus, or the rumored fight, we don't know what's really going to go down there, literally destroyed Horus's soul. He literally cast him into oblivion. But then that brings into the question what Fabius Bile did when he cloned Horus, and Horus came back in one of the Abaddon books and stuff. And there's a whole different subject there. Is a clone as good as the original? I cloned real Primarchs. I'm not even going to touch that, because we could go down this rabbit hole and spiral for years upon years upon years. Now, just before the end of the video, I just want to say, I know there's people out there that literally hate the idea of Primarchs returning. And I get it, right? Some people like the Primarchs to be these creatures of myth who were like in the old days and stuff like that, and everything's crumbled since then. We don't need saviors or people to look up to because it's the grim dark setting. I completely understand where you're coming from. For me, though, I absolutely love Primarchs. I love him in 30k, and I love him even more in 40k, because they're even more of a broken record for me. I've always said that GW are literally laying the foundations to bring back as many Primarchs as they can, just in case they need to bring one back. It's not like they're gonna do it, but just in case they need to, the foundations are set to build on, because GW is a business. A lot of people still see it as like, it's a hobby. No, for them, it's a business, and it's about making money, and Primarchs bring them the bison bucks at the end of the day. So for me, going forward, I think we're going to see a lot more Primarchs returning to the setting, and I think we're going to start seeing hints more like this going forward in the future. I've got so many more lore videos to do from this book. I know I keep promising people I'm going to do full Vulcan's artifacts video sometime this week. That is an amazing thing. We actually have pictures of Vulcan's artifacts now, and like all the names and more information about them, which is absolutely bloody incredible. Right, enough waffling from me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, as always. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below. What do you think? Ghost Ferrus, Spooky Ferrus, October Ferrus, right? Halloween Ferrus. Is he going to come back with a head or not? That is the burning bloody question. See you in a bit. Have a great day, and bye-bye.